Yesterday, we received news of one of the craziest trades that we did not expect with Myles Garrett being traded to the Rams. But now, are they the most dangerous team in the NFL, at least on paper? Me and Steve are going to talk about that. And then we're going to also talk about the A.J. Brown trade that everybody knew was coming. But did the Eagles mishandle the trade? Y'all know we're going to talk about it, break it all down, but you got to hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, football fans? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Steve-O. So if you love talking football talk, man, go ahead and support the channel on our road to 1K. Simple two-step. Hit that like button and subscribe. Steve-O, what's the word?
What's the word?
Man. We got a lot of action heating up around the NFL around these times. I know we
Most
just talked
definitely.
about OTAs last week, but man, it was a crazy trade that went down with Myles Garrett going to the Los Angeles Rams. First, Steve-O, give me your thoughts on the trade.
I mean, for one, shocking. I mean, we all knew that they was possibly, um, Myles Garrett was possibly on the board as possibly as a person that you could possibly go get, even down to the wire. Like last year, yesterday, you seen something on I think Pat McAfee that was saying like we ain't trading them. We ain't do.
Right.
Then an hour later, he was gone. We was like,
Right.
we already knew something was fishy up in the air. But hey, I'm not. I'm not. Let me say this: I'm not shocked by who got him. I'm just shocked that it happened because at the end of the day, we know how the organization of the Los Angeles Ram works. It's fuck them picks. It's been fuck them picks. It's always been fuck them picks, especially when they feel like they have the chance to strike now. You seen them what they did a couple years ago with them with OBJ, the end of the thing with Aaron Donald. Like they knew this was their time, so they got everything possible to win that championship. And guess what? They benefited by getting the championship. And ever since then, they've been building their way back. And then they got to themselves where they was able to build a team enough that was good enough to get to the point where they're close. Now they're even more closer. Now you can solidify yourself to you better make it this year. And I think they got the greatest chance to make it.
I agree with you, bro. My initial reaction, especially because I wasn't really paying attention when I got the tweet. I see sirens. The
Mhm.
Browns have traded. I said, who they traded to? Who they? No, to them. They cheating. They cheating. But hey, to your point, it's definitely one of those trades to where you look at it and you say, man, what else should we expect from a Rams organization, bro? This is what
They
they
do.
do. It's what they do. But I want people to understand too, and you let me know how you feel about it before we ask are they the most dangerous team in the NFL? I want
Mhm.
everybody to understand that all franchises are not in position to do this stuff.
Right.
Like, let's keep it real. All franchises are not in this position to make these type of moves. Like, I know that, like, and this is coming after the first reaction stuff. I'm like, damn, the Bears. But then I'm thinking, like, the Bears are not in this position to go after Myles
He
Garrett.
wasn't. Nope.
Same thing for Washington Commanders team. They're not ready to go after a guy like Myles Garrett because of the money he makes, the assets you will have to get up. And Steve-O, Adam Schefter reported earlier today that they didn't open up a bidding war. The Cleveland Browns, that is. It's just that the Browns and the Rams had conversations. The Browns said no. They hung up the phone, and then the
Call
damn
back.
Rams called back and
Oh,
said, "You know what? We'll give you Jared Verse." How do you try to open up a bidding war after that? That is
you say
crazy.
you can't
You
even say
taking
no.
that deal.
You can't say no after that.
You take that deal. So I think it makes a lot of sense, man. Shout out to the Rams. It's gonna be tough to play them boys now. But Steve-O, on paper, are the Rams the most dangerous team in the NFL now, bro?
I shit before this move even happened, you could make the argument that they was already one of the most, if not the most dangerous team. They already got a solid defense, even with Jerry Verse. Then you go out there and they went to attack what they feel like was the weakest position in the whole defense, which was the secondary. Went to go get Trent McDuffie, traded, I mean not traded, drafted for some couple players in that position as well. So they came in and attacked exactly what they thought was the reason why they wasn't able to get to the championship game this year. And quite frankly, it even came down to Jared Verse and down to it was certain things to what he said and what he did on them last few games that kind of probably said, fuck it, let's put him in the package too. A lot of missed assignments, a lot of him.
Yeah.
There's the thing on the pivot with him going out there and said, we were just a little young minded. We kind of when things didn't go our way, we kind of just mentally shut down. That's not something the organization want to hear.
Yeah.
Especially as a defensive edge. So I think that was kind of that kind of pushed the thing down the road to confirm that this is going to go down. But at the end of the day, bro, like I said, it's LA. I think you put it right down on the thing. Like everybody can't do it because LA has the geographic has a lot to do with it. A lot of players, Denver can't do this because everybody ain't trying to go to Denver. Shit, Jets can't do this because definitely ain't nobody trying to go to no damn Jets. But when it comes to LA, it's just kind of like with the Lakers. They're able to go out there and say fuck them picks because regardless of how bad they are or wherever they are in position, there's gonna be somebody that want to go to LA. That just is what it is, and top players want to go into LA. So I think teams like LA, if Miami becomes good, us, the Giants, only certain the San Francisco 49ers, like only certain teams around the country can act like this. But to be honest, it's really the Lake. It's really the Rams. They the only ones that's like completely fucked them picks because they know one, they're aggressive. Two, they're okay. They're okay biting the bullet. I can't say the same for everybody else. Everybody ain't okay biting the bullet and seeing what they can get on the other side.
I agree with that, bro, 100%. And I think that even if we tried to pick up some other teams, there's no bargaining chip that most teams can offer the size of a Jared Verse. You can like, yeah, you could throw a bunch of picks at him, but if you was gonna say, I'm getting Jared Verse, a young player, still on a rookie deal, that can fill in and grow with this young team that I drafted, and they just had another really solid draft after last year's draft in the Cleveland Browns. And be quite frank, Myles Garrett didn't fit the timeline. But the Rams are absolutely the most dangerous team in the NFL. You have the quarterback coming off an MVP season. You have the best defensive lineman in the NFL coming off Defensive Player of the Year. You have a top 10 cornerback in Trent McDuffie, and you also got his running mate in Kansas City, so they're going to have some familiarity there. Sean McVay deployed 13-man personnel to the upteenth degree last year schematically. You keep Devontae Adams, who led the league in touchdowns. You get Puka, hopefully rehab is helping them, and then you got a number one wide receiver like that. And your running back room is good. These guys are going to be a force. And if they do things right and everybody remain healthy and they get the number one seed, it is going to be difficult to go into SoFi and beat the Los Angeles Rams, bro, for real.
Especially when they got a defense. Don't let them get that running game together.
Yeah,
Because
bro.
they get that running game together, they easily going to be one of the hardest teams to defend, the most frustrating teams to play against. And then, like I said, we not even talking about the coaching part of it. You got a fool, you got a coaching brainiac as the coach. So, hey, man, I hate that they in our conference, but I also love it because, hey, it just proves that we one of the best conferences in the world. It's starting to shift back over to the NFC now. So,
yeah, man.
hey, I love one thing I love about it is the parity. It's always gonna be parity each and every year when it comes to the NFL.
Facts, because like let's just say for the sake of discussion before we move on, depending on how you fall on that bracket, some teams might be trying to duck their taco. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Depending on how you navigate through the playoffs, depending on what side of that bracket you fall on, you might be facing those Rams early. But there might be on the other side, you might be able to face him a little later. So it's
Yep.
gonna be interesting. In Seattle, they know they know they're gonna be right there up there too.
Just
Still,
like
on my
Drake, they
belief.
know, they know, they know.
For real though. But y'all let us know y'all thoughts and everything down below. Now, Steve-O, another trade that we already knew was coming. AJ Brown gets traded to the New England Patriots. And I was like, yeah, it wasn't the type of smack that you had in the middle of your face when you seen Myles Garrett be traded, because we knew that he was getting traded all off season. They was just waiting on June 1st to roll around. What was your thoughts on AJ Brown getting traded to the New England Patriots?
Yeah, it went from I ain't see that shit coming to yeah, that was supposed to happen. And yeah, it is what it is. Like the relationship was broken between the quarterback and the organization. It just is what it is, and there was no recovering from it. You out here reading books on the sideline. That was the writing on the wall. It is what it is. But when it come down to it, he went down. He got traded. He lucky because he keep getting like I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't know too many teams or players that act straight like divas and get exactly what they want 2 times in a row. He
Yeah,
acted his way, which he was a little bit more warranted in Tennessee, and then got his way to Philly. Did the same thing to Philly. Now he found his way to the Patriots. Like we've seen motherfuckers get done dirty. We've seen motherfuckers get sent to places they ain't had no clue they was gonna be sent to. And the
man.
fact that he's able to get sent to 2 places where he got a chance to win, where he did win one in Philly, now he got another chance to win another one with another up and coming quarterback. Hey, he like now when it comes to AJ, the legacy conversation started coming to hand because now motherfucker like you're getting dream opportunities that most great wide receivers never had.
Yeah,
Like I'm pretty sure Moss wanted to be with Tom Brady way earlier on in his career than he did.
facts. And not be a damn Raider. Oh my god.
Exactly. Exactly. Like there's so many there's so many wide receivers we could point at and look at that could have got the same type of career or same type of moves that you did, but they didn't. So you got to go out there. Like honestly, like if you don't win a championship again, we gonna look at you differently. I think, and quite frankly, already a lot of people look at you differently because we understand that to some degree wide receivers are gonna be divas, but you a big ass diva. And that's when people start. That's how you start getting the TO treatment. That's how you start
Yeah,
getting the Dez Bryant treatment.
yeah. I agree with that because even after you won a championship, you ain't even seen satisfied, which is the crazy part. But yeah, man, I think that the reason I'm asking this question though is did the Eagles mishandle the AJ Brown trade though? Is because Adam Schefter also reported that last year he asked for the trade at week 4. The Eagles elected to stick with him. We know that before DJ Moore was traded from the Bears to the Bills, Howie Roseman, it was reported that they was asking for a first and a second. And now you trade AJ Brown, Steve-O, for a 2028 first, not 27, 28 first, and a 2027 fifth round pick. And I gotta add this on why I'm asking the question. Jalen Waddle was traded for a first, a third, and a fourth. So, Steve-O, how you feeling about that? Do you feel like they kind of mishandled it a little bit, or do you feel like this was the best offer they was gonna get because everybody kind of knew that it was over with?
I think both things can be true. I think if you was gonna trade him, you should have traded him last year when he asked for it, because that's probably when he had his highest value. That's probably where you could get the most out of him. So it's multiple times where you could have get a got ahead of this, whether it's trying to mend the situation or just trying to be done with the situation. But at the end of the day, like you said, when you get somebody like you, when you see something like what happened with Jaden Waddle, yeah, you mishandled it because we already know AJ is a more superior wide receiver than Jaden Waddle will ever be. But yeah, it just comes down to waiting too long, acting like you can fix the problem when the problem already when the bridge was already burnt and you sitting here trying to rebuild the bridge. It's burnt. So yeah, they did mishandle it to some degree, but I think it wasn't just a now thing. They've been mishandling the AJ Brown situation since jump.
I think that's fair too, bro. Because you're right. Two things can be true. Because on the one end, you might be like, "Well, week 4 is real early in the season. We believe we still have a chance with Kevin Patullo and stuff like that." But to your point, when you see Jalen Waddle go for a first, a third, and a fifth, and a fourth, how do you not get more value than him? Like, it's the crazy part. And I understand that DJ Moore went for a second. I have the belief that DJ Moore is better than Waddle at this point, but I get it that Waddle goes for a little bit more because of the age difference. But yeah, I think that it's gonna be interesting to see, man, because the Patriots, they got a more difficult schedule this year versus the real cakewalk that they had last year. But the good thing is that you ain't got to worry about Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels going on. It seemed like Robert Kraft don't care how much TMZ drop. He could. They saying Mike Vrabel good, bro. So he gonna have more stability. You're not gonna have to worry about Josh McDaniels being moved on. You're gonna be fine in New England for probably the remainder of your career. So we'll see how that whole thing transpires. Real talk though,
Definitely gonna see.
for real, because they got them Patriots, boy. Because the biggest question within a division will be if Joe Brady can coach the Bills up to another level. Because we know Josh Allen, he the best player in that division. You're just the biggest question is can Joe Brady make some changes to where they be more successful, and that's gonna be a dogfight between the Bills and these Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
we go see
I'm
what's
just,
to it
I'm
though.
just, I'm starting to see what possibly may have been the problem between the two, which is
Yeah,
Jalen.
some
Bro,
rumors.
I hope that's not true.
I agree. It's definitely some rumors around now. So yeah, I think it's oof. Yeah, I don't really like to go into the rumor mill too much, but
I
that
pray,
is crazy.
I pray because it's just gonna make AJ look wrong again because you're
Yeah.
wrong. Like what the fuck? You clearly wrong. What the fuck is you bad at?
Oh, the real. So it is what it is, though. But hey, man, you got anything left?
Nah. Hey, what the fuck is OBJ doing?
What you mean?
I mean, I get it. Maybe not too many other teams was gonna give you an opportunity, but with everything going on right now, I ain't trying to get thrown by no damn Jackson Dart ass right now. And I ain't got nothing to do with him with Trump. It's just nigga, you ain't the best with quarterback out here. I would have been trying to go to the Steelers for a year, shit, fuck it. Or something.
Yeah, that would have been because he could have operated out of the slot. Him and
Yeah,
Roman
like that,
Wilson.
like and that's another thing. Like your responsibility is gonna be a little bit more heightened.
Yeah,
What you
because
want
Malik
to
Neighbors in the injury.
Yeah, he's coming back off injury. I mean, yeah, they got I forget they got another wide
They pick
receiver.
up
They got
Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah Likely, which is I mean, that's another weapon, but that's a tight end. And yeah, you easily probably gonna be number 2. Easily.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, I hope he healthy. And that's the main
He took
thing.
a
Like
year off, so hopefully.
yeah, and that's the main thing when it comes to him. It ain't the talent we second guessing. It's the health. If he's
Man,
healthy, I think he could be good.
bro, if he could have remained healthy throughout his career, he could have been
He was
on
one of
another
the
level. And he was a bit of a head case too early on. He had to
yeah.
get humbled a little bit.
He definitely hey, Cleveland got a funny way of humbling motherfuckers.
Hey, he was on his way to Super Bowl MVP
He
before he
was.
tore his shit.
That shit was fucked up too.
It was, man. It was.
But shout out to Jared first. Keep your head up. I feel bad for you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I
I do
feel.
too. I
I
definitely
feel
feel bad for Jared Verse. Hopefully, but like I said, man, the Cleveland Browns, they got a young team. Obviously, they're not gonna win that many games this season. But hopefully, you see steps forward from those players like Harold Fanigan and Quinshawn Judkins and Schlesinger and all those boys take steps forward this year. And then that draft that they had this year, hopefully they can have some type of impact. Steve, last point, Steve O. I think they do away with Deshaun Watson. He not the future, bro. Figure it out. See if
I
Shador can help
mean,
you win some games. I get it.
I,
You're gonna
I
try to justify it, but bro, move on.
I feel you, but you kind of do got to justify it. That's too much fucking money. But that's the thing. Like, if it was not that much money, I don't think they'll be doing this.
Yeah,
They have to justify it because you just gonna let 100 million just sit on the bench.
it's crazy work, ain't it?
Like you like the. I think what their thought process is, and it's the best process to have. nigga, we gotta show them that this motherfucker ain't it no more. Because if we just sit out there and don't play him at all, and just let $100 million sit on the bench and not give him a chance to prove his, like, it makes you as an organization like, you already look bad doing it, but just sitting there and letting him sit, it's a terrible investment. At least see if you can get something out of your investment. If it don't work, you can say it didn't work. Move on to Shador, whoever you want to do it with. But yeah, I think they do. They did have to do just to throw him out there, see if he has something. Because you invested. You got to see. You got to get some type of return on your investment.
I agree with you on that degree. I think that it's important that, hey, we're gonna limit this to 6 weeks. Because we got 2 first-round picks next year, and if Shador could show us something, we ain't got to use them on one of them quarterbacks. Maybe we could trade back and get some additional stuff to add to those picks. So, yeah, man, we'll see though. It's gonna be interesting for sure. But hey, man, that is it from us today, y'all. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of NFL Central. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, support the channel, man. We are on our road to 10K. It's a 2-step process. Very easy. The easiest 2-step you ever had in your life, a cappella. But hey, man, we appreciate y'all. Make sure you always love football. And y'all already know I'm going to catch y'all. We going to catch y'all on the next one for sure.
This has been a presentation